the priorities for continuing for deliver President Bill in Big Five agenda. That's now all the news we'll get, quick updates. Now we can't wait to make una all kind of today, for we can discuss this very, very important topic. I'm very pleased for introduce the panel. Next to me on my left, now the Honorable Acting Minister of Trade and Industry. This woman a grassroots champion. He do fantastic work so far in this capacity. And I'm a sister, Honorable Fatmata Kagbo. I'm glad you're there. On my right now, another big brother of mine at many levels. We're not going to discuss all. But in the Chief Executive Officer for the National Consumer Protection Commission, Mr. Lawrence Bassi. We have a clap for Ambako. Because now we begin clap. So I don't clap here now, I get for clap. And then last, but by no means the least, we get the Deputy Executive Director. All the questions they don't come now for you online. Then say Salon Standards Bureau. Now I did now on the front and center line. And I know say he ready for can answer the question. Then I'm your uncle, Mr. Jogoba. I tell you thank you for joining me. I'll clap for Mr. Ba as well. Okay. The theme for today now, how they guarantee quality products in a salon, what will they do? Before I hand over to the panel, I ask NDMA for giving a bit of a brief on how we did on the states of all the emergency they we don't get recently. And I just want to go through some of the challenges that we don't get recently and the updates from NDMA. So Monday, 1st July 2024, Devil Hole community, slope failure, destroy 6 hosts. 13 hosts then be affected. Nobody not been died per that day. 21st July 2024, incident, wall collapse, na Stadium Grey Bush community. He killed 138-year-old man. Then been taken say this been happen na Congo town because of excessive rainfall we been triggered a sloping collapse. Haja Sony Drive SS Camp Regent 5-story building collapse 21st July at 11:30 midnight. Again, they say excessive rainfall, poor housing infrastructure. 8 people have been trapped. 5 people have been rescued, they are alive. 3 people, then 1 pregnant woman and 2 picking them. Then be recover them, but then they don't die. The 2 people that they be recover have been following the under the rubble. 23rd July, at the place called Garden Hilltop, Moiba, landslide occur. 6 hosts then go under the soil. 6 hosts then go. The community people then be reports that at around 4 a.m. in the morning. Nobody no been die for that particular one day, but 14 hosts with the population size of 75 affected persons. Because they begin see the vibration the nights before, people then begin move. And they move before the host then collapse. 2nd August, NDMA respond to fence collapse incidents na Alpha Terrace, Calba Town. It occur around 6:30 in the morning. 2nd August, again, they say heavy downpour of rain. 4 fatalities recorded. The mama and 3 picking, including 1 4-month-old baby, died. 11th August 2024, 1:30, then we get some other distress call about 1 building will collapse. The main motor road, Congo Town, and people have been trapped. NDMA with them partner, they activate a search and rescue operation will last for 3 days. In total, 4 people been trapped, 2 been rescued alive with minor injuries, 2 been died, and 1 be rescued with severe injuries, but he later died in a Connaught hospital as 1 person be recovered dead already under the rubble. 11th August 2024, 2 p.m., concrete platform where they be used in ongoing construction around 5-story building collapse na Indian Temple, Wilkinson Road. 1 person been died. 14th August 2024, 12:30, 5-story ongoing construction building collapse. Joshua Street, Wellington. Nobody no been trapped there, nobody no been died. So several buildings, as soon as see from this report, we don't see bad situations, high risk. We don't see a combination of factors, climate change, weather conditions, but also we think clear from the public now that the means we would use for verify the quality of the products within the Kana Salon, the building them, and all that people in concern. The easy way make us start for name that situation day. Now that President Bio in commitment now that we get a transparent government. We not kind of sugar coats. These people the way they are, they no say problem they. We kind of have to talk about the solution. Then problem here they affect the citizens of this country. People they don't die. Real people they don't die. It affects we. We job down there for protecting people and they. So we don't call the agency them. Some will respond to this because today we focus on the part about standards, quality of goods where they come. The leading institution within government for that, Minister of Trade and Industry. The minister not there, but a very competent deputy there. Madam Minister, the question I will ask you for kick off this conversation. Who's we there? Within the Ministry of Trade and Industry, don't do, they plan for do, for address this situation. This is not whether the situation there or not. I don't present the facts, the situation there. Who's we there and what will they do for address this problem?
Thank you so much. We are able Minister of Information, Honorable Minister Siba, Asmiki Kola, Chernoba, the Minister, where President Bio, Gito, we all, for bring the government to the people there. Because now on our right, as the citizens them of Sierra Leone, for make una know waiting they happen within the country, and we tell we Minister Boku thank you. For where today, he call we, the Ministry of Trade, and the agency that we fall within the Ministry of Trade, for make we can answer to the question they are. But we just hear from the minister, where he don't outline, say we don't lost people them. So as a Muslim believer, first of all, welcome on all, including the journalists them. But I'll just take a minute of silence for make we go remember the people away don't die. If na Muslim them, inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun. Let Allah have mercy upon them. Let forgive them sins. If na Christian them, may their souls and the souls of the faithfully departed rest in peace. Because for lost person, a family member, you know, it's painful. But Adenaya, just like waiting the minister don't ask, for say, waiting with the Ministry of Trade, waiting we don't do, waiting we they can do, and how we they address this issue of substandard good. More particularly, the issue about this iron rod, where we all done the report for this past week. Adenaya, with the blessing of me, Honorable Minister, Honorable Alpha Ibrahim Sise, we know Adenaya, but they pan other government activity them. He gave me a blessing for make I can speak on behalf of the entire Ministry of Trade and Industry. So just for throw some highlights for make una know what in this Ministry of Trade don't they do. Ministry of Trade and Industry, under the leadership of William President, His Excellency retired Brigadier Dr. Julius Maada Bio, he assigned me minister and we for take the mandate because he no say we go able for do waiting the Ministry of Trade entail. And this now a ministry where we number one focus now for develop policy them. And for formulate program them. So within this ministry, we get 8 agencies them where we they supervise. But today, now 2 of them agencies then there, now they matter in terms of this security issue where we they can talk about and safety. And once again, when they talk about security and safety issue, I want let we all na yaso congratulate the president and we all for where he represents he be with voice, not only for Sierra Leone, but for the entire Africa. For where today, Africa, we don't gain seats them na the UN Security Council. Just like what he say, in a transformational president, and we all dey watch him, how he dey transform this country also. So going back to the 8 agency they are, where they under the Ministry of Trade. 2 of the agency are not Sierra Leone Standards Bureau. Some man not even know about Standards Bureau because they think so they read the word bureau. Now money transfer na in and depa. Not to money transfer. This na the agency where for the past 3 years, the ministry don't come with this agency for set the national standards them for any good way they come on at this country and where they go out of this country. So they are so very important in terms of standard regulations. We also get, and we get the representative, my own brother, Mr. Jogoba. Another agency will fall under the Ministry of Trade and Industry. Now the NCPC. And we also want to tell with President Boku Tenki, where he formed this agency because he valued the life of mortal man. Because he know about the safety and security of the citizens them. He says, so they bring come this National Consumer Protection Commission under the leadership of CEO Lawrence Bassi, we sit down with Winaya, so that the consumer there, then go get play suicide and they go lay complain. So that the consumer them, then go no say they get right. The right for get safety, the right for no say any food where they at the market, you know, is safe or this product I don't go buy. Whether na TV, whether na this, I can't go na me, it don't go stop for play. I get the right for return and back. If the store owner no one for taker, the National Consumer Protection Commission, they for let the consumer there, then go voice their concern. So today, we go hear from them 2 people and they. Because it matter when it comes to the security and safety. As a ministry, we get forgive credit, so we past minister then, we past predecessors then. Then since within the Ministry of Trade and Industry, we formulate another directorate. We been get 3 directors then, directorate. Then come up with a 4th one, where they call standards and compliance. From the word standards and compliance, it means that this directorate then responsible for any goods the way they out there in the market. The expiration date, then good they are, then fine for the consumers. Natiwa for it, Natiwa go give me sickness. Na iron rod, na the correct size this, na the correct length this. If I buy and waiting go happen. So within the ministry, we also get the standards and compliance. So we get standards bureau, we get standards and compliance. When are then there for monitor the work of all the agency there, so that the agency then go able for carry then work them. At the end of the day, we in the ministry we go able for say we don't accomplish we goals them. So what thing can happen? We come in. Me and me minister, you know, July of last year. We still say we can meet problem there with substandard iron rod. So what do we do as a ministry? We call out and reach out to make una listen, so that for say Ministry of Trade and Industry, they do nothing. Make una know today the work where we don't do as a ministry. We call a meeting with the iron rod importers them. We call a meeting with the store owners them. We call a meeting with all the relevant MDAs them, other ministries them, where we know say get for do with safety and security. The first thing as a ministry way to tell the iron rod people there, iron rod importers, for say we don't understand say there are so much of substance standard iron rod na the market, but then we don't get some stock level them. So we later on can understand, say, some of them still, they continue with this substandard iron rod na the market. So what do we do as a ministry? With the help of Standards Bureau, NCPC, and Standards and Compliance, first of all, we close 3 shop them. Later on, we go close 7. Together, we don't close 10 shop them. Then we invite them for come back. We say, we be don't tell una for stop them here. They say, well, we be don't order some of, we get some of them stuck there. So then we tell them, say, moving forward, as a ministry, we don't want them substandard goods there sold at the market, and we they focus on quality iron rod then at the market, because we believe in mortal man in safety. And we stand there for work under the government, for support the government. So we say one thing where we they do under the Ministry of Trade and Industry for stop all this iron rod issue. Now for make any of the iron rod importers then they. Where you want for import iron rod, you for can force na the ministry. The ministry come up with a licensure where go be a certificate of recognition, so that you they can tell we now say, I want for import such and such iron rod, the length, the size, and everything. The one that way now the iron rod expert, then go can't tell you about the size and length, you know. So they say we tell them all that one day. So therefore now, then take her now for say, we then for Canada the ministry for can show we waiting the one import. And we issue them this certificate of recognition. Before then they go import the iron rod. Then when they don't do the importation, when then they bring the iron rod them at the port of entry, Standards Bureau, NCPC, and Standards and Compliance, then go then at that point of entry for verify. Waiting them, we don't tell we say then they order. Waiting and they import. For make sure say yes, na in them bring can. So that na then they we go put na the market. The Ministry of Trade and Industry don't all meeting them for engage them and bring the awareness to them. And then they comply with we. Some will even levy fines of them, where then take the money, then put under the consolidated funds. So we not just sit down so as ministry. We even they work with other ministry, the Ministry of Lands, going to the area of Congo-Tom, or the other building there. Ministry of Lands, for God's sake, don't tell them people here, for let them stop for continue with the construction of that building there. We always sit down and go agree, say, if you don't build a building 10 years ago, then today, you say, I want to put another floor. Next tomorrow, you want to put another floor, another story. It go collapse. Number one, you don't even know the foundation, how them be maker. Now, foundation was strong enough for take 5, 6. And it's not only about iron rod. Not iron rod, no more they billows. The engineer says, now some people and they use family member. Then they use neighbor there. And another person build for me, then it's on engineer today. You know, get no qualification for can build the house. But wait till we they say now. Ministry of Lands don't stop all them building and they for continue. But yet still, with people in Triangayes. Then they continue. Just for that, then go give bad name to the government. And we get a president who care for his citizens them. Otherwise, you not go from NCPC for so now go there for they go care when I complain there.
All right, Minister. Thank you. I know say you're very passionate about this issue, but I want for bring and come back home. One thing I know say cabinets don't also do, especially on this iron road issue, now for address so that we not go just rely on importation, but we get local production. I know say there's a company. Maybe just take a minute and just give me updates on what we for expect and when we go begin for produce we own steel na Salone.
Thank you so much again, we are able minister. At the Ministry of Trade and Industry, we not only don't bring the iron rod people and we MDS them to let we all work and coordinate together. As a ministry, as the minister say, we don't present a cabinet paper, we don't get approval. ODAV company, as we they talk so, anyone where they around the Songo area, the building on about 98% ready. So that this iron rod issue will stop. We self locally, they can begin produce real iron rod and still bus them. And by the end of this year, the Ministry of Trade and Industry will commission that. So that's not a plus. And that's not waiting President Bio talk about human capital development. That's not waiting President Bio talk about infrastructure. So the ministry not just sit on so. And I also want to make something clear now. The people where they go, we know say we get the trade monitors them, we get the consumer inspectors them. Where yes, na the right for go out na the site for go they go monitor. Una not go believe say some man they come out. Then they go impersonate in the Ministry of Trade and Industry na they come out. I can also for come monitor. Pan lie. Waiting at the action where the ministry don't take. The ministry now, we go through NCRA. We now get ID card and we link with NACRA. We get a barcode and one say, boku thank you to NCRA boss, Massakoy. For what you do, they all get ID card. So for say you go out there na the market, you go say, okay, na Ministry of Trade I come out. For go give lie information. But we want for tell the citizens there. We want reassure now. For say the Ministry of Trade and Industry. They do everything where it take for make sure the safety of people and the citizens them paramount. Excellent. We want for make una continue for trust we. Make una continue for get faith in we will get a very effective team where we they work together for push the work of the president before.
Thank you.
So I believe I will stop here for now. No, so Mr.
Yes, Minister. Yes, and we will come back. Thank you very much to the very dynamic Deputy Minister of Trade, who are the current Acting Minister of Trade and Industry for the Republic of Salone. Not just passion, but fact. The steps in which the government of Salone don't take. One, for address the reality, say yes, substandard goods are within the market, but first at an institutional level, within government don't do. Create new institutions, empower these institutions to do their work. The Ministry of Trade and Industry gets a whole directorate where they supports this. But they're not just left at that, minister. They bring everybody in the sector together. Then read what man go call the Riot Act. Then say, hey, when I get this, there are problems in this sector. You need to stop. The one they will refuse, they acted. Then close some of them shop, then they don't. We get some of who get calls. People that they call, hey, I'm in shop, they don't close. But they took action. So importantly for people to know. And then this iron rod problem, part of it is we always use the rely and look at the outside. The government of Salone attract the right investor. We don't can't open waiting for be a state-of-the-art facility in Songonaya. So that for the first time in the history of this country, we will produce with high quality steel, we will go verify, and we go in at the market, and we will go protect. So we address this problem at every single level. And I for commend you and the fantastic team. I see the distinguished PS as well from the ministry as well there for the work on to do. Now I come to you, Mr. Ba, from the Standards Bureau. One question we people don't ask a lot in this conversation is, I mean, we get Standards Bureau. What's in name they do? how una they do una your work. Explain to family, because I think sometimes too there's some misunderstanding on within our mandates, within our work, within our capacity for do that work day. Whether now every good way they can the country, every way they can the country, when I get some machine, when I the tester, when I get clearance, so you finally fumble. You know, this is an opportunity not just for public information, but for civic education. So I'll give you some time, make you break and down for fumble.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Colleagues and the press, the Sierra Leone Standards Bureau, now one of the institutions where government create for me and do 4 big activities. One, for me and develop standards for goods and services inside the country. Then 2, for me to able to do test for goods where they can inside the country, for goods where they left inside the country, or we call them product. 3, for me to do metrology activity, what we call measurement, for check all instruments that they in the channel of trade. If they give the exact measurement, the exact number, if for instance you go buy 1 pound beef, it will show you 1 pound beef. And other instruments in there, or the petrol pumps, or even within the industry, for me to able to produce quality product, particularly local industries, they need for check their machines so that what they put as in production, they will get the output out as a better quality product. That's now one aspect. Then the other one, which we call certification, now one of the aspects wherein we can able certified, one, any product we then produce in the country. Then 2, any organization who want check for say that organization will do efficient work, we get what we call a management system certification. That then they do the thing. Now these are the categories that we don't put as we mandate that this government don't give it. Now standards what government will create now for all the economic sector. That makes standards be cut across the ministries. And because of that, we know they just on we own for so we just develop standard. We they look at each economic sector, we collaborate with that particular department or ministries so that we will come with a standard for the country. And as I speak to you presently, we get over 500 standards we don't develop in this country. And because of that, we realize even with testing facility we don't get in the bureau, we get a well-developed food lab where they do food test, wearing for check the tumbu, what they call it in English, microorganisms. Then at the same time, even for look for them small poison, like heavy metal, this, that per food. Then sometimes you mistakenly, you go and export your product, you go spray tox, insecticides, and then they enter the product you want exported, they affect you. We they check for that element, then they would call pesticide residue. So all this we do per food. Now, when you come to non-food, we get some serious challenges there because what we check by the non-food presently, we capacity in 100% and a petrol. All petroleum products, we check on 100%. But because we act, should we say, we forget more labs, and for create one lab, a beaucoup money. Government not get a beaucoup money there for sit down for create all the labs them. Because who they talk about products here or goods, or they talk of millions of certain different products them. So with the wisdom of the ministry, they say, we come to a private-public partnership agreement with integrated trade services. So recently, with the leadership and wisdom of His Excellency, they able to approve a cabinet paper for me and give the go-ahead. Follow we come, we roll out a scheme what we call the consignment-based conformity assessment program. This particular program that all the labs will not get in a salon for now, that any product who want come in a salon, we designate labs them out. Where if you not do the test through them labs and day, you know they will face kind of product in a salon. So that we will reduce the level of substandard products when they enter inside the country. And the target we will look at, we at least one face account force to 20% before we say we go to zero level. So this is now one program where the government don't do for we.
When this program they kick in, Mr. Ba?
This program they kick in 1st January 2025 because you get a lot of engagement with the labs out there, so that and then we get forget again one of the stakeholder engagement, and through your office we get for come back now for talk with all the stakeholders made enough say this program here for kick up. That's now one. Then in terms of we exercise in standards development, we don't for any building material so far, we don't develop the standards and we not do them with we alone. We do them with the Israeli Institution of Engineers, they're part of the technical committee. We do them with Ministry of Works and Housing, they were part of the technical committee. So the Standards Bureau position itself for come out with a national standard will for be acceptable for all man, which we don't do, and that now it left now to them bodies there for me to implement some of the standards them. So because of that, we don't even try for see how we will come out with a building code, the way forward we minister the acts. When at the next step, because we get old building codes which we don't put under review. Some of them, the big pass me and minister and ourselves, they're old building codes. And that one face and come to the modern trend. But the issue of the iron rods, we don't do that a long time ago, in the sense that we don't take up the tax from 2019 to currently. We don't ensure say that even the importers, they are aware of the standard for iron rods, and then at the same time, we even don't paste all the standards in the warehouses, so that even the dealer where they go buy, go see the standard and he applied the standard to a marketplace. So far, as a bureau, we don't do a lot, in the sense that we don't even go extra mile for come out with programs where we will reduce the level of substandard what they can inside the country. And for now, we operate 4 labs. We get the food, 1 or 2 labs. We get the petroleum lab. Then we get the mass metrology lab, where they check all measurements of equipment in the country. But very soon, we advance to another 2 more labs who we get, who for come, because particularly we realize during the COVID period, we see the essence of temperature monitoring. And that make government with donor partners, we work on the program where we can set up a temperature lab, so that even that gone, where they can check your forehead, where they read the temperature, we're able to calibrate them. Then even the temperature at the hospital, that body thermometer they give, what doctor they put, so that doctor go able to give informed decision of which kind of medication for you, we go able to calibrate them. So, and then labs in they come up and running before the end of 2025. So, Mr. Minister, I can stop here first.
You know, Difference Day, you see, information is such a powerful weapon. If you listen to social media no more, you go say something and nothing will happen. Not so. But when you see though, you listen to the man go through all the various technical, rigorous work where they don't do when they put in place. Yes, perfect. Yes, by all means, we'll not get everything right. In fact, then get a new leadership. Right now at the Standards Bureau, for acknowledge the Executive Director, Dr. Sam, they are with me. Thank you very much for there. In just don't take over the position and then I get for deal with this. While he is handling it with aplomb. So, Mr. Ba, before I left you for go, I want just for get a very direct question because one part of it I can try for doing this press conference now for channel the public concern and the question and give you an opportunity for response. Some of them building I mentioned just now when they collapse every own mandates we address them so we will protect lives and property. I think it's important for you to address that directly.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Minister. When we develop the standard, like I say, Standards Bureau not alone, with all the professional bodies. In fact, Standard Bureau ensures itself they even play a role in the development of the regulation way, the Professional Engineering Regulation Act 2022, where for able now like the half-inch 12, the full length 40, then the diameter na pieces would have forgiven 94. 94 pieces. We don't paste this from 2019 to all the warehouses. And even the engineering forum then get this. All the professional bodies then get this. Now, even the 5.8, 16 millimeter, 40. Now, during the 2019 to date, say small variation day in terms of the full length. Breakout arm in the open ship as bulk. They breakout arm on container. So because they breakout on container, they break cut 2 feet out. So what do? We take that calculation there, like the half-inch. Because they cut up to 4 feet, the half-inch they come at 36 feet, then they're supposed to give you 102. So we ensure we do all the necessary engineering. I know they talk anything about engineering business because we get the back end, what we do with them. So all they're now on the
wait. These are the rules. People ordinary people. When me go for buy and road, myself now the bills. It's make they talk this now for where easy go for go buy less products or then give me how wanna they enforce?
Now the enforcement here in 2 ways, sir. One, we will expect the professional engineering council for take a step because they are involved in this development of the before.
We will call Lenka later.
Before the advent of the Consumer Commission.
The council are next.
So now, then for take up the matter. Then at the same time, on the legal methodology, with the part of we act, we can able to take matter together with the Consumer Commission so that we go prosecute the matter to court. Because we own act, say, anything what we do, you forget and go to the court.
So una no get power like una no get that power. But look, no, I want to focus on our word because now these people don't care about right now.
Yes.
So as if it concerns to the build the material the way camp on road. Una not get the power for shuts down this, for go lock the shop, like how the honorable minister and a ministry been do.
No.
I just want for let people understand who's on a power tap.
No, we get power for lock one to like tradings. Now make us say so power day and like industries. We
So,
get power
but I
for
ask for the possible they sell now. Women and natural made they go buy where they supply me.
Well, that's one I make them send them to the Consumer Commission Protection.
Okay, so una your power no did.
Yes.
All right, so low cancel, Mr. Bassi. Mr. Bassi, thank you for your patience. This would they make sure say we choreograph this and really post on properly. So let's talk about your institution, Consumer Protection Commission. Waiting on your mandate, waiting on they do, and I want while you they provide the overall mandates quickly and on a function, let bring and come back to this conversation who they get. Then sell to me, waiting, then sell to me. I finally say, they don't ask me, I go up. Waiting at the sanctions, waiting what they do, who they go to, and how you they help me.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Fourth Estate guests, honorable ministers. Glad you give me the floor. I think this is a very interesting conversation, guaranteeing quality products in Sierra Leone. What needs to be done? I think for me, my understanding of this, it go over and beyond iron rods, but I'll be coming to that. I will come to that. Now, the National Consumer Protection Commission, a transformative initiative by His Excellency the President, Brigadier Retired Dr. Julius Maada Bio. Basically, it aligns them to human capital development, because any country will not put consumer protection at the center of things, definitely not get economic right, stable, or in fact, there will be little or no economic growth. So the consumer is very, very important. So we established by the Consumer Protection Act of 2020, and you get subsection 319 establish the commission. It established as a corporate entity with succession, it can get property, it can move property, etc., etc. But we mandate very simple. One, we suppose for the monitor consumer markets for unfair trade practices and bring them to the attention of the ministry and provide remedial measures for make sure that not happen. We also for conduct research on consumer protection policies and make appropriate recommendations. But more importantly, we suppose for educate the consumers about their rights and their obligations. We don't do. Quite apart from that, we're not just coming. We're not the newest commission. But I can tell you, say we're not one of the commission when it comes to being like the born baby. We come with it right away. Like when you say, oh, you get for sit-down force, you creep, then you work up. We begin bets from the day we established it, just in December 2023. Because of that, we were very, very proactive, Honorable Minister. Me and my field staff, we work on intelligence. We went to Waterloo. In fact, there were trucks with iron rods from neighboring countries. We go to the shop, we go with Standards Bureau, Standards and Compliance, we measure them, and we find out, say, the roads, and they not even can hear this. What did we do? We get signed with law, we give it certain powers. And I use section 32 of my law because they violate 46(1), where you're not supposed to give a consumer something we're not correct, or within defect, or substandard. So I use that, I contact with adjudicator, with the help of my minister, we close down 3 shops and we find them. So for me, that was a deterrent. In Otapri, we mandate also go for look at consumables, food products. I should say when all will agree with me, you go to some supermarkets, you see so many expired products. So we do a massive raid on the spot check, Monoprix supermarket, this supermarket, Goodies supermarket. So nothing we don't do constantly. And if you go to my office now, I get a lot of expired products within my office where we don't pull off the shelves. And I think the Ministry of Trade in that direction, they do very well. It continues, of course, you know, say, a resource intensive, but notwithstanding that, with the little money where we get, we try for make sure, say, we do them things then they in the interest of every Sierra Leonean. Because at the end of the day, if we're not able to get on a money's worth, value for money, then of course our economy will get problem. I think I want to touch on this iron rod issue slightly. Yes, at the UN crying on social media, but and at the iron rod, now they make hosts then collapse. I want to say every host or construction get your own peculiarity. If you build hosts, for instance, now hill, they not do the fluid solidity. You not do the test. The design not correct for that kind of area. It let you put 400 iron rod, it go steal for them. Quite apart from that, you get people that way, the technical people that way supposed for the checkmate, then call them testing. You not just the float host today, you begin add the block tomorrow.
Who then are the technical people, yeah?
No, engineers, so-called engineers.
Yeah, but we get the theory, then the facts. I think the minister now say, someone with the billows, he get one in cousin, he say, na cousin, I mean, bill house for that person, they go call he come. If our most houses in a lawyer with the bill, you say contractor, we not get architect, we not get engineer. Now one contractor, now we call, we get the money, he do am. But the role of we in our government, we all within here, now for stop people them from even doing harm to themselves. So when you say we for check the quality, when you say people do for check the quality within the government's infrastructure, now who that your responsibility?
Well, me not a structural engineer. I just know say materials or aggregates where they use for billows should be tested. I should say me brother from Standards Bureau go tell me that.
And you don't explain that as well.
Yeah, would I in responsibility? I think that they beyond me remit for this press conference. Okay. Me not a structural engineer, but there are other things we're responsible for building in collapse and substandard material also involved. Yeah, but I think at this stage, what I go on for suggest
the quality of the mixture.
Exactly. Then they wait. So it gets boku thing they make building collapse. So I think let we just wait for the report them, waiting the experts, then they say, then we take a cue from there. I just want to mention some other thing quickly before I go, since una offer families opportunity. Una no say when you buy something in a shop, you like fridge, television, in a work for 30 days. They log you permission 47th of we law for return and back. You for return them because in a work and then for make a refund to you.
So I think wait, Mr. Bassi.
Yes.
This talk here, we all will get interested inside this talk. We all don't pass and power. We all, whether you're a journalist or not, they don't pass and power. You go buy some products, as you go now, host number make foot. So you they say now for pack that product, they go then store the way they say, once you don't care and go,
30 days.
You look outside again. That's what they can tell, you know so. Yes. So you they say now for can go there for Olam.
47 took you the right today, sir.
And even all Olam wait for do. Don't call you.
Lay complain.
To you.
Commission. Yes, sir.
All right. When I get short code.
I will give you with contact.
Okay, because we need that complaint they will get for work with tuna.
Good.
Anything we get for deal with public complaints, you know, for be number one for cram. If for be 818, 800, 111. So we're going to call you every day because right now I know say if I sell all man I call. All man get no so. All man get half complaint go buy something not work, eh? So
okay,
go ahead.
So, Minister, I think this is comforting for me because one thing we don't see, most people then before they go complain to the commission and social media, then they post.
Yeah, because we not get it, they not get the platform, they not get the information.
So now the information at the give now.
Good.
Yeah, I don't do them, but I think we need for continue for doing. Then you know say if they give misleading information about a product, for Leo you for buy them, a punishable by law. Where the thing like then they advertise this water, not only correct thing and they tell you they advertise a wrong. A punishable by law.
But what's not the punishment? How do they complain?
The punishment, it can be administrative action. It can be.
So we go complain to you say they advertise say this thing at top quality, but as I get I got. So I lay complain to you. You punish them.
Yes, sir.
All
right. Do you know that if you are not satisfied with goods or services paid for, you have a right to make a complaint to the commission to seek redress?
Services?
Yes.
So if I go for let them go do me manicure and pedicure, then go then treat me some kind way the service not good. I can call you, say that particular place and customer service. And not sober. You dey punish there.
No, Minister, you can lay complaint.
Now they
Well,
say,
we go
but then
arbitrate.
una go.
Yes, we go
Okay,
arbitrate.
so side for lay complaint for that day.
Yes,
Then hotel the walk can go. Then beach resorts the walk can go.
yeah.
They charge you boku money. One particular notorious one day. Where they go, they charge you boku money. Where go they? The room they now na so this, the glass they broke, this they come out, the food they get for call you.
Lay complaint, sir.
Hey, this game here, I don't be go. All right, so let you finish. Finish.
Okay, thank you. I think I want to join me, Minister, for say to the people of Sierra Leone, there is hope. You know, this is not a transformative initiative. It not been there, and not go done without a member people that we've been they do the work before. You get civil society groups. We not just come over, we push them over the window. We dey work with them, but albeit we dey try to make sure say sanity dey not that space day. Me and you know, but couldn't be happen. But not so I go can't talk am. But you know, hope that we are working together, and we dey work with other statutory body them. For instance, we get an MOU with Standards Bureau. Because if you not get standard waiting, whose kind of compliance you dey check for? So there has to be a standard. So they are enrolled, then set the standard.